I have an interesting one to react to right now. Considering that I uninstalled and left Valorant, hopefully permanently, it is for a number of reasons that I actually left Valorant. So there's a video in which this would be the QR code right here. You guys like to scan it, you guys like to look for it, please do. Definitely something that you should do because, hey, you should wake up to it because you don't want your computer infiltrated. And I don't believe it is just for protecting the game against cheaters, okay? And I don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit. Especially if your only PC is the only PC that you're playing on. I don't trust it. Fucking hell, no way. Especially if you're playing on Linux, especially, they're already enforcing much stricter guidelines when it comes to those who should be playing it, those who have the proper hardware to play it. Basically, it's just I just really got to be real. They're enforcing things that people might not be able to fulfill. People might not be able to comply with, and they still will not think on it. Seriously. They've got to change how anti-cheat works. Seriously. They're not seeing that Valorant has been infiltrated as well. There's aimbot. There's ESP wall hacks. It's just the very things that I left Counter-Strike for and migrated to Valorant for, they're now present in Valorant. And do you think that makes me feel better? As a gamer, do you think that makes me feel a lot better? Absolutely not. It doesn't make me feel better at all. In fact, it's gone much worse. We are going to watch this to see where we are in the gaming industry's live services, to see if any anti-cheat is going to be worth stopping any cheaters. Because no matter how hard we try, to believe a game is secure, we just can't be so assured. We can't. There's no way we can be so assured about this.
I have a question for you. Have you ever found a game you were really excited to play? One of those games that stood out from the rest, that gave you a sort of tingling feeling because there was so much unknown, so much to discover or to unlock that you just couldn't wait to wake up in the morning to play it again. Maybe the game you're thinking about right now. Personally, I had several games over the years that sparked that childlike joy in me. And yet, as the years progressed, those types of games became less and less frequent. So was it me? Was it because I spent too much time playing games? Was it because my mind became oversaturated? Was it a general loss of interest over the years? Or was it the shadow of growing greed, casting its darkness over the entire world of gaming? Maybe it was a bit of everything. But then, in 2020, a game came along that reignited that flame in Valorant.
Yep.
I played Valorant on and off ever since it released in beta. I witnessed the hype and its rise into the esports scene, and for me personally, it was the first multiplayer game in a long time that was able to catch my attention again. As a relatively new PC player at the time though, I'd never gotten the chance to play CSGO or other shooters on PC, so when Valorant finally released, I felt like it was the perfect timing for a fresh start. I was hyped, and especially the ranked game mode made me want to grind the game like 24/7, because I could learn the game at the exact time as everyone else. I didn't feel like I was being left behind. It also felt so satisfying and refreshing to come up with new strategies every round and to outplay enemies. Every game felt like it meant something, like I needed to win just one more game to reach the next rank. But somehow, this exact feeling didn't last long. And I believe it was due to the ever-increasing greed in the video game industry. You see, Valorant was always a free-to-play game, and therefore they had to make money through microtransactions.
True.
Just that these transactions were never really micro.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, exactly. These are pretty big. This is a pretty big spend, bro. That's why I only go for the battle passes back then. But even in battle passes, it doesn't change much, honestly. I don't mind when it comes to battle pass spending. When it comes to exclusive skins, however, hell no. Hell fucking no. I am out with the exclusive skins. I'm not looking for aesthetics. I'm not looking for full aesthetics here.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Let me do some quick maths for you. There are 18 guns in the game and 1 knife. Each one is customizable with a skin. Single skins are sold at extremely bad value, so the game encourages you to buy bundles with multiple skins. The very first skin bundle was sold at an entry price of $71. That's still fine, right? No, because each bundle only contains 4 gun skins and 1 knife. So in order to complete your entire collection, you would have to buy 4.5 bundles to obtain all skins.
Yeah.
That's assuming you don't get the same gun type in any of the bundles, which is purposefully never the case. So let's very generously say you have to buy 5 bundles. That's still at a minimum $350.
That is definitely fucking expensive, bro.
Why am I telling you this? Because Valorant has never tried to do anything else for its community. They created one seasonal Christmas game mode in the first year that was actually quite fun and that I played myself. And then they scrapped it forever. Like, I for real sometimes think
Wait. Which mode?
created one seasonal Christmas game mode in the first year that was actually quite fun and that I played myself. And then they scrapped it forever. Like, I for real sometimes think they want to make this game as dull as possible, so you're forced to buy things like skins. Literally nothing changed in almost 5 years. Yes, you might be saying we have new agents and a few new maps. Great. But the few agents that do stand out ultimately just get nerfed into mediocrity anyway. So the choice of agent, except for maybe in Pro,
Yeah, even Neon. And I was playing Neon for the longest time when I was playing in Valorant, bruh. Even she got nerfed. Why?
play really doesn't matter. And it takes away from the game, because ranked is all this game has. Every other game mode is pretty much a warm-up lobby for ranked, and the other half is the game trying to get you to buy their skins. I mean, at this point, it even makes me miss the OP double Raisinade or the instant jet dash, because at least somehow that was impactful and created some funny moments. And I could go on and on, like every second game there's a smurf somewhere in the lobby.
Yeah,
Every other game you get an AFK or a troll.
true.
The game is left devoid of content, so the only solution to this absence of fun is to play with skins. And I think that's on purpose. It's like giving a man dying of thirst a bottle of piss, because you know he'll drink it. As long as people are willing to pay, nothing will change. And the people are mainly YouTubers with too much money, so they don't care anyway.
Yeah.
Kids with no impulse control. And Riot knows that. So they will keep milking this game until nothing is left. Even now, Riot is encouraging gambling sites to become sponsors for the esports.
What? Whoa, gambling sites. That's a fucking red flag.
Even now, Riot is encouraging gambling sites to become sponsors for the esports teams.
Gambling sites to be sponsors. For fuck's. What? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. If that's not blatant, I don't know what is. What the? What? What? No! You're shitting me. You are shitting me right now. Bro, this is not how you make a game grow, but then again, this is a cash grab. This is a cash grab live service. It's always been a cash grab live service. It's nothing more. I thought this was getting better. I thought Valorant was getting better with what it's doing, but this is no. Even the esports scene is getting an awkward look at Riot, giving an awkward look at Riot Games right now. gambling sites, this is becoming blatant. It's becoming the pathway to casual gamers finding elements of gambling in different parts of Valorant's economy. And the economy definitely includes the skins. No shit, it is ridiculously outrageous. But let me tell you, why is this being allowed? Why is this being allowed?
And I'm sure that will have absolutely zero effect on the mainly young male audience that Valorant has. To just sum everything up, I really think it's tragic how far the video game industry has fallen due to large-scale business models, and you can see it in Valorant. How much creativity and motivation is destroyed just to gain a bit more revenue. What bothers me most, honestly, is how obvious it is that the majority of people just don't care about the general quality of a game, or that they're being taken advantage of, as long as they have their little moments of store-bought dopamine.
It's a good thing I never went for the exclusive skins. It's just that the security concerns I have. And at the same time, it's just... But this is... Yeah. This is too far. This is too far off, man.
Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.
See, I would definitely be one of your subscribers, my man. Because I subscribe to you, you definitely need more. You definitely need to make sure everyone knows about this. And then there are just recommended feeds after I watch this. A serious talk about everyone quit. Why everyone's quitting Valorant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I definitely want to form this thing. Reactions to things that people don't know yet about Valorant. Okay, this is definitely something I need to watch. Why everyone is quitting Valorant. This is something I definitely am watching. Fine.
Is Valorant dying?
Yes.
Main reasons why I think Valorant is dying.
And why is Valorant dying?
Valorant dying is probably something you heard since.
You actually read the description. Well, if there's anything, I don't know. Fine. Let's just go for it.
2021, but this time you actually feel it.
Game that was once
This is from Moon 10K, by the way. I'm subscribing to him. I subscribe to him, so why not?
regarded as a breath of fresh air has now become filled with criticizing posts from the community, with players quitting left and right. With so many complaints coming in every day, it's clear.
By the way, the QR code for this one, I may as well try to share it anyway, since I'm watching this video too. Sorry about that. I will share this, put it on QR. So here it is. Here is the QR code for the thing. If you want to actually watch this one in particular from Moon 10K, please do. I'm also a smaller small fry than these two content creators who are elaborating why Valorant is dying. Yeah.
Is Valorant dying? The three main reasons why I think Valorant is dying.
And why is Valorant dying?
Valorant dying is probably something you heard since 2021, but this time you actually feel it.
A game that was once regarded as a breath of fresh air has now become filled with criticizing posts from the community, with players quitting left and right. With so many complaints coming in every day, it's clear that Valorant's player base is on the decline and the game is nearing its final days. Right?
Yeah. It should. It should.
I think Valorant's dying.
Let's take a trip back to 2020.
The beginning.
Specifically April of 2020. The entire world had just been forced into a lockdown, and Riot's new game was just on the horizon.
Project A is our character-based tactical shooter. It's competitive. It has precise gunplay.
Both the game's closed beta and official release ushered in a newfound excitement for the gameplay Valorant provided. Despite not yet being global, millions of players poured in on a daily basis, and for good reason, because to say Valorant was enjoyable would honestly be an understatement.
Yes. It really changed the game in FPS.
Dude! Dude! Get hot.
However, not only was Valorant fun, but Riot would communicate well with the player base, which formed a sort of bond between the two.
See, this is what is needed between publisher or developer, and the player base. Proper communication. If Riot is changing, and I mean this, if Riot is changing their ways absolutely by focusing on greed, definitely they would cut comms partially or totally just to make sure they get the profits without looking at player feedback. Damn.
Concerns and questions would get direct responses from developers, Q&As would pop up on a regular basis, and bugs would be patched rather quickly. Furthermore, content would continue to drop on a consistent basis, and the community's hype for new maps, agents, and skins was so extreme that it was almost palpable. Unfortunately, this wouldn't last long. As the years would tick by, the hype for new content would die down, the release of new agents, maps, and game modes would become few and far between, and Valorant's Q&As, along with their consistent communication with the player base, would be wiped off the face of the earth. Soon after, posts would begin popping up regarding the game's death. It seemed like the community finally had enough of Riot's incompetence, and were now dropping the game. Queue times started getting longer, Twitch viewership numbers began dropping, and content creators stopped uploading. With so much negativity now surrounding the game, it's obvious the player count would be on a rapid decline.
Yep.
That's just not true.
Huh. Wait. Why do you think so?
But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be
You don't ignore the security issues here. Please don't ignore it.
Although Riot doesn't reveal the game's player count themselves, the information is easily attainable via tracker.gg, and according to the website's developer, they track everyone. So it's realistically the most accurate number we can get at the moment. With that being said, Valorant's player count as of January 18, 2025 is a staggering 5.5 million. Keep in mind, this isn't how many players are on at the same time, but rather how many logged in during that date. Finding out the game's concurrent players is a bit more difficult, as pretty much every website says something different. Regardless, 5.5 million is far from dead, and according to a statement by Riot themselves, Valorant is played by over 35 million players per month on PC alone. Not to mention, the game has already expanded to console, and is likely to get a mobile version very soon.
That's true.
Furthermore, taking a look at the top 10 most watched categories on Twitch in 2023, Valorant ranked 5th place, beating popular games like Minecraft, Fortnite, and even Counter-Strike. Also, before you ask why I'm showing the 2023 statistics instead of the 2024 ones, that's because those are locked behind a paywall. Regardless, if the game isn't actually dying, then why are there so many posts claiming that it is? Well, in truth, posts like Valorant is dying aren't actually even exclusive to Valorant. If you take a step back, people questioning a game's death is actually pretty common. Is Counter-Strike dying? Is Apex dying?
Oh, that trend. The is dying trend. Oh, now I get it.
League is actually dying. Do you think Overwatch is dying? How long until we see the same BS is Marvel Rivals dying videos on YouTube? What's even more crazy is that not even a month after Valorant's official release, people were already claiming that the game was dead. Taking a look at the Overwatch
And the one who posted that had already deleted their Reddit post. What the fuck?
post mentioned earlier, one Reddit user sums it up well. This is the kind of thing you hear from younger gamers. Once you've been around for a while, you realize that every single game hits a peak shortly after release and then dwindles down over time. If a game is successful enough, it simply continues on in perpetuity with a stable player base. Games don't really need vast player bases to receive continued support. They just need a few 100,000. CSGO, Team Fortress 2, Dota, League of Legends, Minecraft, Fortnite, PUBG, Apex Legends, even games like Rust or Stellaris, essentially the large staples of gaming. These are Overall, games long past their initial peaks, but they continue on. They found their footing, and that's fantastic. But younger gamers often believe a game has died for everyone just because they've lost interest themselves. There's a sort of observational dissonance with the purely black/white state. It's either peak or it's dead, with no in between.
Okay, I need to. What about? Okay, I need to comment on this. What about the kernel level access? It's still security. It's still a massive security issue to me. Even if I'm I'm never a cheater in the game from the beginning. It still makes problems because problems on launch because I'm on win 10. I need someone real to answer. I need someone real to help me with this. I had to comment because it's really just important. I get some sort of assurance that even with kernel level access, that the game is secure. Because the cheating problems with Valorant, that's my problem. Oh my god, I need to really just address, someone needs to just address the cheating problem that they're getting past kernel level access. Oh my god.
But if Valorant still has a healthy player account and continues to pull in crazy numbers on Twitch, then why does it seem like content creators are constantly claiming that the game is dead? Let's be real. You already know the answer.
Huh, wait a minute. Is it all for the views? Really? No way.
If you hadn't guessed already, the answer is views, and nothing sells better than drama and negativity. Videos that invoke any sort of negative emotion tend to draw more attention, and thus bring in hundreds of thousands of views. It's just human nature. For those already bored of the game, these videos serve as a sort of confirmation bias, making people feel understood and validated in their opinion about the game. For those who are still enjoying the game, it invokes a sense of worry and curiosity, thus leading to another click. Speaking of click, we're currently on our way to 3,000 subscribers.
That is true, and I subscribe to him. It's now 2.43k. He definitely deserves the attention. Actually, I deserve the attention too because I'm reacting to his video, but I am not really creating very... Oh my god, I really need to make... You know what? PowerPoint presentations. Why don't I start with PowerPoint presentations and then I just go right at it? You know, why don't I?
So if you could click that subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. Now, this isn't to say that Valorant is perfect by any means. For what it's worth, these videos do bring up some valid points about the state of the game that we'll go into later. Also, by no means am I claiming that my channel isn't sometimes guilty of the same tactic. However, even then, I try to keep my videos as objective as possible. The main problem with all this doesn't have to do with pointing out Valorant's issues. If anything, providing constructive criticism is probably one of the best things we as a community can do. The issue comes with consistently perpetuating a false narrative. All it does is make people spew more negativity and brings worry to those who are still enjoying the game. I've been seeing stuff online, such as YouTube videos talking about the downfall of the game and how they brought it over to console because of how bad it's doing. I'm having fun with the game, so I hope it's not doing poorly.
Yeah.
So no, Valorant isn't dying, and you've fallen for the equivalent of 1910's war propaganda. However, despite the game's healthy player count,
True, yeah.
it's grown a bit stale. About 1 week ago, I made a poll asking the community if they thought Valorant was dying. Out of 440 votes, 27% claimed it was dying, 13% claimed it wasn't dying, while 58% claimed that it wasn't dying, but it was getting boring/stale. And honestly, it's true. Without a doubt, the game does need more content.
Yeah.
Modes
It is let's just be real. I like the cinematics. I like the weapon additions, but the problem is the game modes are lacking. Probably the game modes, the meaningful game modes in Valorant is lacking. So even if you don't have a problem with your security, even if you're not a high profile player, which you might be, if you do have the skill for this game, then maybe you have the option and you have the money to actually get a more secure system to play Valorant. Now, considering that you don't see more meaningful modes, you will definitely find it a stale experience if the game isn't dying yet. Here's the thing. The "is dying" meme definitely fools people. I don't know why it fooled me, because PUBG, I thought it was dying. Apparently, it's still there. They just hate it because it's being exploited. It's still being exploited up until now. Okay? I don't like it, but it's still not dying. It's still there.
Replay system, maybe even community servers. However, for whatever reason, it seems like Riot tends to be really slow when it comes to adding features the community actually wants. It's honestly a bit depressing to look back at the game's beta and see how well the dev team used to communicate with the player base. However, the only thing the community can do is continue to advocate for the changes they want to see. Except when it comes to skin prices. I promise you, Riot is never changing those. It's been expensive since day one. But take a look at the replay system.
Which is why if I'm ever playing Valorant and going competitive, I'm never going to buy the exclusive skins. Battle passes are still okay. Still working on a budget. Gotta work with it.
Players began asking for a replay system on our Valorant social media on a consistent basis, and although we didn't get a replay system, we did get an update on it, which provides the most information we've received in a long time. I truly believe that the community advocating is what got us that update, proving that the community does in fact have some power. Agree on an issue, advocate for it, and force Riot to make some sort of change.
Wait a minute. So Valorant is actually updating us on the replays too? Look, a live service has potential, but allow it to exist outside the live service, like GTA 5, like Halo. There's got to be some sort of good separation when it comes to the game, but at the same, then putting a price tag on it, depending on its value on the live service, and then putting a final price on it when you want separate assets offline. There's got to be more when it comes to this game. Valorant is itself a live service. Oh my god. Sir, there is so much good in this game that you just have to wonder if this game is actually worth separating into an offline segment. Because I want it in an offline segment. This is always supposed to be an online only game. Oh my goodness, why? Why do we keep asking myself this?
Change. If you still enjoy playing Valorant, then by all means continue to do so and try to avoid any claims about the game dying. If you've reached a point where Valorant just isn't as fun anymore, then lucky for you, there's one simple solution. Take a fucking break.
Yeah. That's what I did. That's why I uninstalled the game. No. No doubt I uninstalled the game just because I'm really tired of it, bruh.
Go touch grass, go play Marvel Rivals instead, and go read a book.
Yeah. You should not. Okay. To be real, you should never be You should never be judged for actually playing something else just because you are tired of one game. You have the luxury, especially if you're a gamer, okay? If you have multiple games in your hard drive, you always have the luxury to play another game if ever you're tired of one thing. But the burnout is going to be there if you keep getting dedicated to one game and you just keep playing past your tolerance level. You should not do that. Even I made that mistake before, and oh my god, the burnout was a classic one, and I didn't like it. I did not like it. I did not like how I came up desperate and still wanting, and it was ugly. It was absolutely ugly. So yeah, that's a good piece of advice. You've got to live in your means, live in your own, live within your tolerances when it comes to a sweaty FPS game, and try to focus on something else, like going IRL for a bit, and then basically just be real with yourself and just let loose a little. Let loose a little and just don't. Let's see. Don't beat yourself out about it if a game is getting stale. Shit. So that's what this means. So that's what the advice means. A game is getting stale. You can come back to it another time. That's just how it is. Anyway. Okay.
Okay, in all seriousness though, taking a break is really the only thing you as a player can do. It's likely the most common solution to this problem, but it's the most common because it'll probably work. You have to understand that Valorant has been out for almost 5 years, and even if you haven't been playing since release, the same gameplay loop can only be entertaining for so long. This isn't to say that you shouldn't continue to advocate for the changes you want Riot to make. You can take a break while still doing that.
Even if they are lessening their communications, the communications are still there. So if you get blocked off or you get ignored,
Superior to that competition.
and I'm not usually the one to actually give advice about this, you gotta try and try and try again. Try and try again until they come up and listen to you. Because it's the only thing that you can do. Have them listen to you, or this will all be ignored, which is actually bad news too. So, as a gamer playing a live service, if you are still playing a live service like this, a wonderful live service like this, if it's getting so stale for you and there's not much new content, definitely you gotta reach out and tell them it's getting boring, it's getting burnt out, it's getting us burnt out. You gotta try putting new things. You gotta try putting different things and improve it. Basically, that's what this video is telling me right now. Oh my god, I didn't think that this video would top off the first video in which it regards to the economy being ruined and Valorant being greedy. This is something else. This is more player oriented. My god, this is great.
However, there isn't much point in forcing yourself to play a game that you don't even enjoy. It's
True.
cliche, but it really is just the reality of things. I personally took a long break from Valorant, but after coming back and playing a few games of competitive, I did find it pretty enjoyable. Advocate for the changes you want to see, but don't be afraid to take a break from the game in the meantime and come back once it feels more fresh or once Riot have finally added the features you want.
True.
So drop the game for a bit. Play Marvel Rivals, start up that 2-week Minecraft phase, or just do anything else you actually enjoy. Once you're finally ready to come back to Valorant, just know there will still be a thriving community and player base waiting for you. If you enjoyed this video, a sub would be greatly appreciated as we're currently on our way to 3,000 subscribers. I don't know the state of the game, so feel free to leave a comment below. With that, thank you so much for watching and take care.
Oh my god, that's actually a great video. That's actually a great video. Oh wait, Dragon Age to Vilgard is free already. It's I am not gonna react to that. No way, no way, no way. Okay, what have I learned when it comes to those two videos? I've learned simply that if you're tired of the game, take a break. If you're feeling pessimistic of the game, definitely express it to the ones who developed it. Express it entirely to those who developed it, and then just do whatever you can to just make absolutely sure that they absolutely know what you really think about the game, and that you have input to let them know what they could actually improve. Because as it stands at the moment, it's just the lack of content is making people really anxious about this. The lack of content is just making people really believe that this game is definitely not getting anywhere, which is actually bad news. That in itself is definitely bad news by itself. So the only thing we can do right now is just make sure that the game succeeds in a good point, right? By actually communicating more. If they're ignoring your shit, if they're ignoring our inputs, keep ringing them again and again and again and again. Keep making it a point to them that there needs to be a change. Holy shit, they should really make sure that there are changes. I mean it. I really mean it. That is what is most important when it comes to making sure that the game keeps succeeding. Breaks barriers so it really comes along. Look, I uninstalled Valorant. I don't know what the game is like right now. I'm still operating on a Windows 10 operating system. My Windows 10 is going to cease support on October. And I'm not sure how the game would be on Windows 11 when I actually do up my OS. And hopefully it would not be that expensive, because if I don't have the money by then yet, well, shit. Oh my god, I really hate it that this has to happen to me. I really hate it, bro. Ah, my god, I really hate it that this has to happen. But really, I think I had to wait it out. I really got to wait it out until Windows 10 support drops. Is removed by then. It's too many things to think about. I wouldn't be able to play Valorant anymore if I don't up my Windows 10. Too many things to think about. Well, that's just what I think when it comes to all of this. So yeah, Valorant. If you're burnt out, take a break. If you think of too many negative things about Valorant's future, try to look at the patterns. See if anyone else is thinking about this, and then look at the things that they're looking for, and then see how the patterns actually tell others that they're seeing the same things over and over again to propagate more negativity. Basically, the videos themselves are after a meme. Seriously, they came from the meme. That sucks. You get fooled by that. Damn. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta. Well, I'm good. Yeah.